Konerko leading it off in the 8th. Tonight 0 for 3. 2 home runs in this series, both coming here at Angel Stadium. Games 3 and 4. First inning shots. 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a decision here for Ozzie if he gets on base, whether he'll pin Trent for him or not.
There are the career numbers for Konerko against Escobar. It includes a home run, but a 190 average. 1-1 pitch. That's to the right side and out of play, strike 2.
We were talking between innings about what the Angels are going to try to do with Konerko. He's just missed a home run his last 2 at-bats. In the 4th inning and in the 5th inning. Angels trying to come inside. He looked like he was guessing inside with that fastball, couldn't get around on it.
That foul ball splattered some beer in the stands.
Yeah. Konerko gets 2 points. 1-2 pitch. Just able to get a piece.
Last 2 at-bats for Konerko in the 4th inning. Fastball just missed inside. In the 5th inning, fastball just missed inside.
A little better swing at the second one, too.
1-2 pitch. Meanwhile, here are the White Sox, who are playing in the 8th inning of the 3rd game between these 2 clubs. The middle part of this ALCS, they have not made a move for anybody off their bench or anybody out of their bullpen.
Well, they used Ozuna one time to pin Trent, didn't they, Joe?
Back in Chicago. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Konerko 2-2. Konerko, Everett, and Rowan, 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the White Sox. Just missing a full count.
Had Konerko so conscious of that ball inside. The fastball away just a wee bit low.
Konerko with a full count. Both of his home runs have come on a full count in this series. And this time he's fooled with a splitter. 1 away. 4 outs for Escobar, 4 strikeouts.
Splitter goes down to get Konerko.
Great pitch. It was a strike if he had taken it.
That's the thing. Often the best splitters are out of the strike zone.
Here's Everett. Carl 1 for 3. 23 home runs for Everett during the regular season. Has not gone deep in the postseason. Ball 1. 3-3 in the 8th. The Angels will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters Cabrera, Anderson, and Guerrero in the bottom of this inning.
He had intentions of going deep there.
93 miles an hour and past the bat of Everett. Two and 1. Coming into this series, Mike Scioscia liked his bullpen configuration better in 2005 than he had when they won it all in 2002. And he has relied heavily on those arms down there. That includes Escobar, his 2-1. 2-2.
Fastball swing at a split finger fastball.
Another strikeout for Escobar. 5. Tonight's starter, Paul Bird, likes it. With the bases empty, here is Rowan. He is doubled and scored, lined out, grounded out. Ball one. Ball two. Two balls and a strike on Rowan.
Boy, after giving up that leadoff home run to Creedy, Escobar has really settled down.
Fastball jumping and the split finger pitch is diving. Rowan can't get around on it. 2-2. .95 miles per hour from Escobar. Former closer and starter with Toronto, started this season in the rotation for the Angels. Had surgery, didn't come back to the active roster until after the beginning of September. Full count. Benji Molina, the way he caught that pitch, might have cost Escobar a strike.
Well, it's a splitter. You're anticipating it down in the strike zone, and it stays up, it fools you.
Boy, that's what you call a picture of concentration.
A two-out walk. The go-ahead run is on with Pierzynski coming up. Second walk issued by Escobar. And Pierzynski, who homered last night, 0 for 2 with a bunt tonight.
Well, Rowan with 16 stolen bases on the year is going to try Molina.
Escobar's nemesis, Creedy, is on deck.
It's a good time to do it, to try to steal with the left-handed hitter up there. It's a lot tougher to pitch out with the left-hander up there and to throw. Can't see the runner at first. Plus the high leg kick. A lot of things in Rowan's favor right here.
The White Sox with 5 stolen bases in this series.
The shortstop will be covering here, so that shortstop hole will be open.
So that huge hole on the left side of the infield for Pierzynski. And now a visit from Bud Black as K-Rod. Francisco Rodriguez loosens for the Angels in their bullpen.
Bud's probably telling him, look, you've really got to concentrate on this hitter.
We look ahead to tomorrow night. Houston, the Astros trying for a win and a trip to their first World Series behind Andy Pettitte against Chris Carpenter. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Will this series live past tonight? Ball one outside.
I think he's getting the closer up just in case this Brzezinski gets on. The problems that Escobar has had with Creedy, I wouldn't be surprised to have that closer in the ball game.
Rodriguez has not appeared since game 1. Off Escobar's backside, and they're going to call him out, and it looked like Escobar tagged him with a glove and had the ball in his bare hand.
You're right. I think they're going to get help on this, and the correct call is he was safe. He tagged him with the empty glove, had the ball in his bare hand.
The Angels are coming off the field, and these fans believe the inning is over, and I believe if any of those umpires saw what we saw from the booth, it should be 2 on with 2 out.
Well, the home plate umpire had the best shot.
I mean, that's not even close.
No, he's obscured by the runner.
And the inning will continue, and they got the call right.
Yeah, they certainly did.
Despite all the problems that the umpiring crew has had, and now Mike Scioscia is going to come out and argue. Despite all the problems that this group has had, and even though this one goes against the Angels, there is no doubt that they got this call right. A good pickup, by the way, by Erstad just to keep the ball on the infield.
Right.
And keep the runners at first and second. And I think some of Mike Scioscia's frustration will bubble out here, but they got the call right.
Escobar picked the ball up with his bare hand. It looked like he was trying to put the ball in the glove, took it back out and tagged him with the glove hand. And the ball obviously arrived at first base too late, but you're right. I mean, they absolutely got that call right.
And it's Pierzynski in the middle of it again.
For the 3rd time.
Well, now we're going to have Creedy coming to the plate, and we may see Scioscia just stay out there and make a pitching change.
Yeah, what has just happened has given K-Rod a chance to warm up.
All Escobar had to do was either pick it up and tag the runner Pierzynski or flip it to first base, but he tried to tag Pierzynski with the glove with a ball in his bare right hand.
I can understand him not going to first base. I think he thought that the runner was going to obscure the play. And that's why when he went to tag him, he got all messed up.
It's an error on Escobar, and it's the end of the night for Escobar. Francisco Rodriguez is coming in. Joe Creedy is coming up with 2 on and 2 out. Tie game, 8th inning. American League Championship Series Game 5. The White Sox up 3-1, Angel Stadium. Creedy, 2 home runs in this series. He homered in the 7th to tie the game. Kennedy's had a nice night. The team scoring first has won the first 4 games. The White Sox scored first tonight. Now Francisco Rodriguez takes over with a go-ahead run at second. 2 on, 2 out. And Joe Creedy, a hero for the White Sox already in this series, at the plate. And Rodriguez, who has not pitched since game 1 on Tuesday night, deals low and away ball 1.
And predictably a curveball. In the postseason, about 80% of his pitches have been curveballs. And with Creedy up there, a home run has lasted bad. I wouldn't anticipate him going away from that pitch.
A high strike. It's 1-1.
Went to the fastball to even the count. But if you're Creedy, you've got to sit on that breaking ball, don't you?
I think so, Timmy. He's going to get the breaking ball here.
2 on, 2 out, 3-3 game in the 8th. Went after it, and it's 1-2.
He's going to get another one with 2 strikes.
I think you're right. Good block by Molina.
Joe Creedy, who made the last out against Rodriguez in game 1, with a tying run on, and the 3-2 Angels win. Waits for a 1-2 pitch.
As a hitter, you want to wait on this breaking ball and drive it to right center field if you can.
Ed Rapuano, the home plate umpire, shaking his head as Rodriguez asks if that curveball was too high. And it was. Rodriguez trying to bail the Angels out of an 8th inning jam. Full count, and the runners will go.
Well, he missed with a 2-2 fastball. And again, if you're going to give up runs right here, you've got to give them up on your best pitch. And his best pitch in the postseason has been the breaking ball.
That's exactly what Benji's out there talking to him about.
Right, yep.
And if the Angels are going to go down here in game 5, they're going to go down with their best on the mound.
Right.
And that's Rodriguez. Up the middle. Kennedy stops it, pops up, flips it to the plate, and the White Sox have taken the lead. Creedy again. A 3-2 breaking ball, and Creedy knocked it up the middle to put Chicago out in front.
Now you just know Joe Creedy was looking for a breaking ball. He got it in the middle of the plate, and Rodriguez couldn't knock it down. Kennedy knocked it down, but was in no position to make a strong throw. Throwing from one knee, and the White Sox take the lead again.
Yeah, the runner was going on the 3-2 pitch, and that allowed him to score on that ground ball up the middle.
The reaction by the White Sox bench, including Ozzie Guillen, is now Chicago's out in front of the 8th. The inning continues. 2 on, 2 out for Uribe. And Creedy has delivered again for the White Sox. If you want to talk about Konerko's power in the first 2 innings, or the first inning of the last 2 games, that's one thing. Of the starting pitching by the White Sox, that's certainly another. But Creedy has come up for this White Sox team and made the most of his chances against the Angels. Ball 1 from Rodriguez. Creedy won game 2. He tied this game last inning. And now his infield hit puts Chicago back in front.
And let's give Joey Cora, the third base coach for the White Sox, some credit there for keeping the runner coming around third and sending him home. Because the base runner is going to get the cue from the third base coach in that instance.
Especially with the ball behind him.
Two on, 2 out, a 2-0 pitch to Uribe. 3-0. Now it's Neil Kotz, the left-hander, and Bobby Jenks, the closer, the right-hander, getting loose for the White Sox in their bullpen. now Rodriguez can't throw a strike. That loads the bases. A hit and a walk to greet Rodriguez. And the bases are loaded for Podsednik, who's walked twice. You think of how this inning was so close to being over for the Angels with that play off the mound on the ball hit by Pierzynski. But the tag with the empty glove by Escobar keeps the inning alive after the initial out call. Then the pitching change, the RBI infield hit by Creedy to put Chicago out in front, and now the walk to Uribe to load the bases with 2 out for Podsednik. Ball 1. Big bats coming up for the Angels in the bottom of this 8th. Cabrera, Anderson, and Vladimir Guerrero. A 1-0. 1-1. Podsednik. His pitches aren't close, and Rodriguez slipped after letting go of that pitch. 2-1. Podsednik pops it up behind the plate, and it will get back and out of play. 2-2. Creedy has driven in 3 of the 4 runs tonight. He's down at second. He's got Uribe at first. Pierzynski at third, 2 out. And a 2-2 pitch coming to Podsednik. Wouldn't chase it, full count. And Podsednik has shown a great eye the last 2 nights. He's walked 5 times the last 2 games.
That's why the breaking ball on a 2-2 count with the bases loaded is a dangerous pitch. Going down and out of the strike zone. Now he's got to throw the fastball. That's the pitch that he has consistently gotten over.
Runners go. 3-2 pitch. Curveball. Got him looking. You talk about confidence in your curveball. One way or another, the White Sox are getting it done night after night. The inning continued on that error by Escobar. Creedy makes the most of another chance and puts Chicago on top of the 8th. Well, look who's back out on the mound for the White Sox. Starter Jose Contreras. 95 pitches into this game. He has a 1-run 8th inning lead. Orlando Cabrera first up. Ball 1. Contreras threw 102 pitches in game 1. Pitch number 97 is grounded to short. Uribe to his left. 1 down. Tonight's defining moment of the game as we play here in the 8th inning. In the top of this 8th, with 2 out, Pierzynski hits it off the backside of Escobar, who tags Pierzynski with an empty glove. After Pierzynski was first ruled out, the umpires got together, overturned the call, and what followed was another big hit by Joe Creedy. One out in the bottom of the 8th. Here is Garrett Anderson. Ball 1.
Joe, as you pointed out, is that remarkable for A.J. Pierzynski to be involved in all 3 controversial plays in the postseason? Unbelievable.
Anderson takes low 2-0. He was involved in the no call on the catcher's interference. Of course, the swing and the miss in game 2. Awarded first base by going down the line. And then that play on the tag by Escobar that kept the inning alive for Joe Creedy. 2-1 now on Anderson.
And you got Konerko guarding the line.
Third baseline is wide open for Anderson, who's up on the count, 2 balls and a strike. On the outside corner, 2-2. Anderson off the end of the bat into center for Rowan. 2 out. And now the Angels send Vladimir Guerrero to the plate with the bases empty. And Guerrero is 1 for 19 in this series. You compare his struggles to what Dave Winfield went through back in 1981 with the Yankees. 3 RBIs. Guerrero 1 run driven in and an .053 average. The Yankees lost the World Series that year to the Dodgers 4-2. Guerrero is jammed and he grounds to Iguchi. A 1-2-3 inning for Jose Contreras. Could it be another complete game for the White Sox? Saws off Vladimir Guerrero. 9th inning. Game 5. 4-3 Chicago. Ozzie Guillen on your left. Mike Scioscia on your right. It appears Guillen is going to send Jose Contreras back to work as a breaking ball drops in from Rodriguez to Iguchi. Jerry Reinsdorf, 25 years in charge of this organization. In the blue shirt in that box, won 6 world championships with the Chicago Bulls. But his first love is baseball. And his Chicago White Sox are 3 defensive outs away from their first pennant in 46 years.
He's got Eddie Einhorn there also, one of his co-owners.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. Iguchi takes strike 2. You cannot make the mistake of thinking that just because Jose Contreras defected and popped up with the Yankees in 2003 that he's not used to high-pressure, big-game situations. He went through plenty of those games with a Cuban national team. That's high. The history of Caribbean baseball dates back as far as baseball here into the mid-19th century. And those games are as important to the folks in Cuba and in the Caribbean as baseball is here to us.
A lot of national pride at stake.
And as we mentioned earlier, as part of the Cuban national team, Contreras 117 wins, 50 losses, and a 2.82 career ERA. And the bullpen once again is quiet for the White Sox. And a leadoff walk from Rodriguez. Leadoff man is on. Fans, we ask you to join Major League Baseball in our efforts to rebuild the Gulf Coast. Support Habitat for Humanity by calling 1-800-HABITAT or logging on to MLB.com or Habitat.org. Second walk handed out by Rodriguez, who looks like he's overthrowing everything. Here's Jermaine Dye, 2 for 4.
Even throwing so hard, he's spinning around on the mound after releasing it.
A check on Iguchi. Bullpen still quiet for the White Sox. They've had Jenks up. They've had Kotz up. It'll be Erstad, Molina, and Kochman for the Angels in the bottom of this ninth. And that's up and in, a ball to Jermaine Dye. I mean, Rodriguez looks like he's going 100 miles an hour out there. And he has lost his control. Pitching control.
Well, Gucci with 15 stolen bases. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't take a shot here.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One of the toughest things about the playoffs, the World Series, postseason baseball, is to try to slow things down. So hyper.
Well, when he gets in trouble during the course of the season, that's what gets him in trouble, trying to overthrow.
There's 1-1 to Dye. Up and away, 2-1. He's got that high leg kick. We've talked a couple of times already this postseason that you can certainly run against Rodriguez. Iguchi stole 15 during the regular season. Has not attempted one during the postseason. See if he goes on 2-1. Iguchi is running. The pitch low, the throw down, sails and safe as the ball trickles away. Umpire called him out, but the ball wasn't even in the glove of Kennedy. The umpire, Jerry Crawford, saw it and then overturned his own call, and Iguchi steals second.
Yeah, had Kennedy held on to the ball, he would have been out, and I think Jerry Crawford looking at Kennedy first and then the ball trickling behind second base.
Molina's had a couple good opportunities to throw base runners out.
He's got to be hurting.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Rodriguez deals and Dye takes. And it's a full count. They have given Adam Kennedy an error.
That's a tough error.
It's a real tough error. The ball and the runner were there at the same time. So it goes down as caught stealing. E4. All the White Sox care about is they have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. The 3-2 pitch coming to Dye. Another walk by Rodriguez. He looks like he's having trouble with his footing out on the mound as well. That's 3 walks that Rodriguez has handed out.
You think about where those curveballs are going. They're going up and into right-handers. They're going low and away to right-handers.
No release point.
No.
Now Konerko, 2 on, nobody out. Ball hitless tonight. 5 of 20 in this ALCS. Ball 1.
Surprised a little bit that Bud Black's not going out there to try to settle him down some.
Now as we look down in their bullpen, they start to stir because Rodriguez isn't right tonight. 2-0.
That's an example of what we were talking about. The first pitch low and away, 6 inches outside. The next one up and in. Brenda Donnelly now will be warming up.
There's Bud Black going out there now.
Just to talk about the other side, forget about the postseason. The last time the White Sox had 4 straight complete games, you go back to August of 1974. Wilbur Wood, Jim Cott, Bart Johnson, and then Wilbur Wood again. That is what the White Sox are trying to accomplish on the mound with a combination of Burley, Garland, Freddie Garcia, and tonight, Jose Contreras. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Konerko hits it deep to right. Back is Guerrero at the wall. It's off the wall. Iguchi will score. Dye is held at third, and it's a 2-run White Sox lead. Konerko with an RBI double.
When you're struggling with your control against a guy as strong as Paul Konerko, knowing he has to come in with a fastball, and that free swing rocketed it off the right field wall.
First base open here. I'd be careful to Everett.
Infield comes in. Carl Everett waits. Strike one.
Yeah, I guess the case against that, Lou, would be, he's so wild out there. If you end up pitching around Everett, then you have the bases loaded again.
Well, you've got Donnelly warmed up in the bullpen also.
Yeah.
That foul tip caught Molina. And he shakes out his left hand. Ed Rapuano, the home plate umpire, gives him time. It's a cool, obviously wet night in Anaheim. The Chicago White Sox trying to end it tonight. Up by 2 in the ninth and a chance for a couple more. Lou, you and I were talking prior to the bottom of the 8th that after that long layoff and Contreras sitting for as long as he did in the top half, you could certainly understand if Guillen went to the bullpen. He sent Contreras back out there. Now here we are again with a long top of the ninth. And action starts for the White Sox in their bullpen now. The 1-1. Strike 2 on Everett.
Now thinking ahead, supposing they win this ball game here, Contreras has got a few more starts left in postseason.
The World Series, if the White Sox hang on, will begin on Saturday night on the south side of Chicago. Jenks and Kotz getting loose. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Everett. The White Sox doing damage against this vaunted Angels bullpen. Infield is in. Nobody out. 1-2 on Everett. Escobar ended up going an inning and 2/3. He allowed 2 runs. Only 1 earned because of his own error. And only the 1 hit. But he is on the hook. Now a run against Rodriguez. A chance for more. 1-2 pitch is looped down the right field line into the corner. Foul. Is tonight the night that White Sox fans have been waiting for? Those old enough to remember 1959. A trip back to the World Series, and the White Sox trying to stamp their ticket here against the Angels.
Al Lopez, Tampa native.
97 years old. 97 years old.
What a great man he is.
Senor Lopez. Oh, man.
The manager of that go-go Sox team, and now the pitch in the dirt, throw down to first. 1 away. Rodriguez is trying to keep this within reach. It's 5-3, second and third, 1 out, and Rowan coming up. Second strikeout for Rodriguez. Dye, the runner at third. Konerko with an RBI double in the inning is at second. And the Angels will stick with Rodriguez. Ball one low.
Again, the infield in, but the White Sox with a 2-run lead in the 9th inning, second, third, and 1 out. I think you send the runner even though the infield's in. You've got a lead. Taking more chances with the 2-run lead.
Breaking ball high again. 2-0 on Rowan. On 2-0. In the air to right, Vladimir Guerrero. Jermaine Dye tagging. The throw by Guerrero to the plate. Up the line. Another run. Out at third. The inning is over, but the run counts. Dye crosses the plate before the out at third, and it's a 3-run lead for the White Sox going to the bottom of the 9th inning. 3 outs away from an American League pennant. We move to the bottom of the 9th inning, and Jose Contreras will try to follow suit and do what Burley has done, what Garland has done, what Freddie Garcia did last night. Postseason fact, last time a team had 4 consecutive complete games, 1956. The World Series, the New York Yankees, they actually had 5 straight. And here is Darren Erstad first up for the Angels, who are down 6-3. Strike one from Contreras. Rain continuing to fall. Strike 2. The White Sox streak of 46 years between pennants is the second longest for their crosstown rival, the Cubs, who have gone 60 years. 60 years and counting since the last time they were in the World Series in 1945. Jenks and Kotz still getting loose. 0-2 is the count on Erstad.
Once again, this is the 5th game of this postseason series in only 2/3 of an inning by the bullpen.
Chopper to short, tough play. Uribe, what a good play by the Chicago shortstop.
Not only on the overspin hop, but the quick release.
It has been 16,825 days since the White Sox last won a pennant. They clinched it in 1959, September 22nd, against Cleveland. Strike one to Benji Molina. Strike two to Benji Molina. Contreras smells that finish line, and he is driving toward it. Nothing but strikes. Until now, ball one. In the air to center. Rowand is there. 1 out away are the White Sox.
White Sox. Go,
September 22nd, 1959. And the clincher against the Cleveland Indians. Manager Al Lopez. Tampa native, 97 years old. And they haven't been dancing like that on the South Side, celebrating a pennant since that year, 46 years ago. Casey Kochman, the last hope for the Angels to try to extend this game.
Louis Aparicio was in that shot, a good friend of Ozzie Guillen from Venezuela.
American League MVP that year, Nellie Fox, Cy Young Award winner, early win. Ground ball to first. The White Sox have won the pennant. Jose Contreras goes all 9. And the White Sox are going to the World Series. Don Cooper, the pitching coach, in the middle of that celebration. And how proud must he and Ozzie Guillen be of the job that their starting rotation has done in this ALCS. Look at these 4 starters and what they have done. A record of 4-1, a 2.23 ERA, held the Angels to a 179 batting average as a group, and threw 4 consecutive complete games to wrap it up.
Joe, I find it very interesting with Ozzie Guillen near the dugout, not joining the celebration now, but certainly he will later, allowing his players to celebrate, waving to the White Sox crowd behind their dugout.
Yeah, congratulations to the White Sox. Just
Absolutely.
a great season, and they've still got one more obstacle to pass. And the Angel organization, what a classy organization, what a great team they had this year. They just fell a little short. Congratulations to them also on a very good year.
The final swing, the final out of this ALCS, and it's Konerko who steps on the bag and has a hug for Contreras. "41-year-old Ozzie Guillen, Venezuelan-born manager, is taking the Chicago White Sox to the World Series for the first time since 1959. Congratulations to Jerry Reinsdorf. It's off to the Fall Classic. A 6-3 final behind the power pitching of Jose Contreras. Our Chevrolet player of the game. As you look at Ozzie Guillen, the hitting star tonight for the Chicago White Sox, Joe Crede, who knocked in 3 runs tonight. And in recognition of his outstanding play, Chevrolet will make a $1,000 contribution to Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Chevy, an American revolution. Crede tied it in the 7th and put the White Sox on top for good in the 8th. And let's go down to Chris Myers.
Carl Everett hugging Scott Posednik. Chicago weather. Scott, you just won the ALCS. You're not going to Disneyland. You're going home for the World Series. Congratulations.
The Chicago White Sox are going to the World Series. I love every one of those guys behind me. I love every one of them. From day one, we went out and battled, gave it everything we had. Heart, character, that clubhouse is full of it.
The starting pitching, tremendous. The timely hitting, good defense.
Our pitching has set the tone for us from day one. They don't have words to describe what our starting staff has gone out and done this series. They've set the tone for us from day one. They deserve the credit for this series, no question about it.
All right, enjoy. We'll see you in the locker room. Hey, AJ, real quick, in the middle of a lot of controversy, obviously this team, once again tonight, but you guys worked your way through it.
We find a way to get it done. I mean, this team's amazing. The way we pitch, wow, 4 complete games in a row, and we find just enough hits. And, I mean, wow, I got to tip my hat to the Angels. They played great, but this is unbelievable.
And one of the newer members of this team, what does this mean for the city of Chicago?
Oh, it's great. Hopefully we get home, have a bunch of people there. We can shake some hands and get ready for a World Series in Chicago. It's been a long time.
Congratulations, AJ. All right, Joe, up to you.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Joe Creedy in this ALCS hit .368, drove home 7 against the Angels, and riding that phenomenal